Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Anime Church, where the internet fucks up.
Yes.
or rather, more accurately, my electricity. I'm your host, Richie Roberts, your Minister of Science and Technology.
And I am Fenris and your patron saint of snackos and alcohol.
Sadly, we are a little moonless today. He is in the process of moving, so he is not able to join us. But we do have other things. Also, quick apologies if I have to step away. I have a mechanic showing up to take a look at my car, and we could not get the timing right. So I may just be mid-story and be like, Fenris, take over, and then have to run out. So just quick apologies for that. As far as new people, hi, we're a nerdy news show that happens every Sunday. The temporary title was Anime Church, and then it just kind of stuck because audience. And so now we kind of dress up for it. And this is all Moon's fault. I don't know why I dressed up on the day that Moon's not here.
I don't know either.
I, I
Habit, I'm
really
guessing.
I really don't wanna, but like I'm already in it, so screw it. Um but yeah, so there's that. There's all of that. I can actually see you. Hello chat. Hello, hello. So yeah, Marcus, welcome by the way. Thank you for showing up and asking what we were up to. This is what we're up to. We got a bunch of different topics to talk about. Generally, we covered general nerdy news, gaming news, and anime news. And then at the end, right now, for this season, we're reviewing 3 different anime. So we've got Oshi No Ko, Slime, Season 3, and Tower of God. So we're talking Oshi No Ko's newest episode that came out this week, the new episode of Slime, and the new episode of Tower of God. We're going to cover all of those things at the end. That way, in case you haven't seen any of them, you know, we put up a spoiler tag and you can be like, oh, I've more or less watched the show. It's like, there you go. But if you have checked out some of them, we're doing it in the order that we release, that it's released throughout the week. So Oshi No Ko comes out on Wednesday, and then on Friday, Slime drops. And then, of course, today is the day that Tower of God drops their episodes. So that's how we're going about that. Just yeah, welcome to Anime Church. We don't judge you based on how you dress up. We judge you based on what kind of asshole you are. That's basically it. You know, cosplay is not mandatory, but it is highly encouraged. Stuff like that. So yeah, that's more or less where we're at right now. Whew. All right, so let's
That
get
was a
into
lot
the
to get
nerdy
out.
news. That was a lot to get out. That was a whole heck of a lot to get out. Let's go ahead and start with the nerdy news that we have. Oh, okay. So this one kind of made me tear up. For those of you that didn't see, early in the week, I think like Monday or Tuesday, there was a trailer that dropped for Super slash Man, which is the Christopher Reeve story, talking about Chris Reeves. If you don't know, he played the Superman in the live action movies that took place back in the 70s and 80s. He is the standard bearer for uh he is the standard bearer for Superman actors because he was like the big live action Superman that everybody knew. So before there was Henry Cavill, before there was Brennan Routh, there was Chris Reeves. In fact, the Brennan Routh movie was just a continuation after 2 and 3, which is why that version of Superman seems so in line with Chris Reeves. But this is a story of Chris Reeves. And yes, of course, you can't talk about Chris Reeves without talking about Superman. But yeah, this is kind of a documentary style kind of film that's going to be coming out in theaters. I'm not going to watch it in theaters. I'm going to wait until it comes out on streaming, but I'm definitely going to watch it. You know. So yeah, I've got some feels on this because I grew up with this version of Superman. I'm curious how many people out there grew up with this version of Superman. Like, is this the first Superman you got introduced to, or was Henry Cavill your first Superman? Because I mean, we've got a generation of that now that could possibly have seen that. But I mean, that generation also probably watched a lot of movies that their parents watched back in the day too. That's why Star Wars continues to be such a phenomenon because you know people keep sharing it with the next generation. And Superman's kind of one of those titles. I feel like it's kind of like the Michael Reeves Batman. You are or I'm sorry, the Michael Keaton Batman. There is a Michael Reeves Batman, but we're not talking about that one just yet. But like the Michael Keaton Batman from no, the Michael Reeves Batman's good. It's the Batman. It's the one that came out in 2022. It's fucking spectacular.
I still haven't seen it.
Well, that's your fault. You should see it. It's gritty crime noir. It's 100% realistic.
You know my
noir.
stance on superheroes.
Yeah, your stance is stupid. Get over it. Move on. Watch a good movie. Like, you have not seen acting this phenomenal in a comic book movie. I'm telling you right now. I don't care what your stance is on superhero. Also, no, this doesn't count. Batman's not a superhero. He has no superpowers. What's your superpower? I'm rich. That's not a superpower, my dude. Being
Tell
rich
that to the
isn't
Justice League every time they say that they'll pay for it, and Bruce is sitting in the background like, you motherfuckers.
Yeah, that's funny. No. No, it's not a superpower to be rich. That's not a superpower.
If used correctly, it can be.
It is not a superpower. There's nothing super about that power. Elon Musk is rich. Thank God he's not running around as Batman. Same with Jeff Bezos. Come on.
Okay, Bezos is a dragon. Let's face it.
Now he's dragging the company behind him.
He has a hoard of money that he doesn't want to give up and go and fires people or sues people every time they try to take it.
He's not Smaug. Anyway.
No, Smaug actually dirtied his own hands by killing the people.
It's because he was hungry when they showed up. That's all that was about.
I mean, so?
Yeah. All right. Just talking about roasted meat over here. But yeah, this generation, I am of the generation that grew up with Chris Reeves as my Superman. Curious if any of you did as well, and what you think of this trailer. Interested to hear your thoughts. What do you have to say about this, Fenris?
I know who he was. I've seen snippets of the original Superman, the second one, and I think the third one. It looked okay. Once again, I'm not that big into superhero stuff.
Yeah, this is beyond superhero stuff. This is part of our culture. It's the zeitgeist. How dare... I mean, you're literally seeing things that don't exist anymore, like payphones.
Yes, and there it is. Or one of these.
Yeah, they had those old rotary phones. Yeah. It's funny because people still understand what this means, even though those phones don't technically exist anymore.
I know.
Yeah. But what was really funny was seeing that brought up in all right, I started playing Phantom Liberty finally, and there's a moment where in Cyberpunk 2077 where they use an old not necessarily, no, it's not rotary, but it's one of those push almost like a payphone, and she's like, the fuck do I do with this? And V's just holding it, and Johnny just goes like that. Is like, they're like, oh, okay. Like, did not know how to use a phone, and I'm like, no, that makes sense, that tracks. Yeah.
That's no one uses how it's working phone right now.
No one uses landline phones anymore. Anyhow,
I wish that were the case. My job would be so much easier.
Yeah, right. Alrighty. On to the next topic, which
Speaking of Keanu Reeves.
Yeah. Speaking of, we had the new Sonic 3 trailer, which, okay, if you haven't seen this, I'm sorry. We're just going to talk about it. It's great.
It's so funny.
I don't know how I feel about Keanu Reeves' Shadow.
Honestly,
that kind of, that animated character with that voice coming out of it, I'm like, I don't know. But also, I didn't play Sonic 3, so I know nothing of Shadow. I'm not, all right, this is where I'm the opposite here. I know nothing about Sonic outside of like one video game in the movies. Or no, 2 video games in the movies. I don't know anything outside of Sonic and Tails.
I mean, honestly, that was probably the best game.
Yeah, Sonic 2?
Yeah.
I didn't play anything outside of the Sonic generation. I played Sonic 2 and I played Sonic Generations. That's what I played. And outside of those, I know nothing about like Sonic itself. I've caught a couple episodes of the cartoon back in the day, with the chicken and the I can't the chicken robot thing. And,
Oh yeah,
yeah,
the original Sonic.
the
Okay.
original Sonic cartoon. Yeah. That
Yeah,
one.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, it was like no, it was like I think it was an ostrich and a
Okay.
mole.
Yeah, those two. Yeah,
Yeah, the
caught a couple
comedy
episodes of
relief
that.
that really didn't need to be there.
Honestly, yeah, but I loved them. They were funny. I haven't seen any of Sonic X. I know the theme song, but that's about as far as I go inside of my Sonic lore. So yeah, I'm unfamiliar with Shadow. I know who Rouge is, and I know a couple of other characters. Is it Amy is the one that's crushing on Sonic? Is that the
Yeah,
character? Okay.
yeah.
See, I don't know much I don't know much about the rest of the crew. I just don't.
It's okay. You've already reached my limit of knowledge on this too.
Okay, so
Oh,
it's not just me. Good to know.
it's Moon. Moon would be the one unless Sonic himself were to come in here and just start rambling on for hours. But we don't need that.
We don't need that. No. All right.
No.
So, I like the trailer. My favorite part is, of course, as always, Jim Carrey. They're putting him in the fat suit, so he gets to be Big Eggman finally, or I guess
Uh,
Robotnik, because
yeah,
at the end, is that Eggman? Is that like Pop? Is that supposed to be Eggman?
yeah.
I always thought Eggman and Robotnik were the same person.
Technically, and the originals they were, from my understanding,
Hmm.
but since you know they can't do that in the live action because the way they had it set up in the first two movies, it makes sense to me. And it was a very hilarious and touching reunion.
Especially because they're both played by Jim Carrey.
Yes.
Yeah, it makes it. It's impossible. It can't be, can it? Pop. It's like, oh my god. Of course, they're
And the
both
oh,
evil
no,
scientists. Yeah,
in the saggy flesh.
in the saggy flesh. Oh, god dang it. All right, I'm in
Oh,
charge. He's so good. He came out of retirement for this role because Jim Carrey had announced his retirement. He's like, nah, I'll do one more Sonic. That's fun. And I'm like, yeah, it's fun.
but yes, so we got you see Keanu Reeves as, or hear Keanu Reeves as Shadow, and
Mm.
I'm in agreement. Like his voice is nice and all, but it just doesn't fit the aesthetic of Shadow.
I
I
don't
expected
know
something a
anything
bit.
about.
I expected something deeper and a little more gravelly.
Mm. Yeah, no, I get you there. All right. So you want to talk about the next story that's definitely gonna make us all laugh? How long is this? How long has it been since this movie got like came out? After its August 9th release, and then on August 3rd, it didn't even make a full month. Not a
Nope.
full month. So let me quickly go through this. We got the 9th. Wait, Borderlands
I
movie
got a calendar.
was set as a digital release on August. Okay, at August after its August 9th release. Oh, that's because that's September. I'm looking at September. Okay, so 1, 2,
4
3.
weeks.
No, 1, 2, 3 weeks because
3
it
weeks,
came out on
yes.
Friday. The
I
16th was
sorry.
1 week.
Yeah,
The
I
23rd
was
was it 3 weeks.
I was
It had
looking at the
only been in
second.
theaters. It had only been in theaters for 3 daggum weeks, and it became a digital release. So the Borderlands movie flopped so hard that it was only in theaters for 3 weeks, and then they moved it to digital. So yeah, you can find it on digital right now if you want to pay for it.
I mean, yeah,
Uh,
viewers can purchase the film for $25
but
or
now
rent it for 48 hours for $20.
let's be real. Let's be real. The web rips are what people are gonna grab. Like this isn't even.
Yeah.
This is not worth spending any money on whatsoever. Lionsgate announced the premium video and on-demand release plans today, revealing it plans to bring the video game movie adaptation to homes 3 weeks after its August 9th release. It's a quick turnaround for the Borderlands movie, which features prominent Hollywood faces like Kate Blanchett, Kevin Hart, Jack Black, and Jamie Lee Curtis. Yeah, but here's the problem, guys. Just because you have Hollywood talent doesn't mean shit if your script isn't in any way, shape, or form honoring the original IP. This is bad. and we could tell from the trailer from
I feel
one
so
that it
bad
was
for
so bad.
Jamie Lee Curtis for this.
Dude, I feel bad for all of them. All of these people are really talented.
I mainly feel
Really
bad for her
talented.
because part of the reason she wasn't able to get to play the Doctor she wanted to in One Piece was because of this film.
No, it wasn't this film because they didn't have junkets or anything like that. Like it was just bad. Like the actors themselves didn't want to talk about this film. Yeah. It's one of those. It's so fun to have those moments where it's like, bro. No, I have not seen it and I don't have any plans to.
Nope. Nope. After I was intrigued when I first heard about it, and then I saw the first trailer. I'm just like, yeah. Yeah.
Alrighty. Well, there goes all of the general news. We can now move on to gaming, I believe. Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Reviews are out. Star Wars Outlaws is okay. It's been getting a lot of 6 out of 10s. It's just okay. I did link to the link that we have in the description. By the way, if you're new here, every story that we cover, the link is down in the description to check out the video or the article that we source. So we keep all our sources in the description for all of these episodes. But yeah, I checked out the IGN review, and that's the source I'm using. But there's been a bunch of other reviews, including fan reviews, where they're like, "Yeah, this is kind of a mess," and yeah, it's got some bug issues. Here's the thing. I wouldn't care so much if it wasn't for 2 things. Number 1, it's a Star Wars game. You shouldn't release a Star Wars game in this kind of condition. Secondly, you charged $120 for a fucking video game that wasn't fully fleshed out and had bugs all over the place. You know, as you do realize that as of this last week or so, China is kicking your ass. Because Black Myth Wukong not only is a fucking phenomenal game, but it's a complete fucking game at release.
Few things about this. One is touching on that $120 price tag.
Yeah, fuck that.
Those people got to play it 3 days early, and then Ubisoft or the developer, I don't know why.
Oh no, I'm aware. I'm aware of what happened. Yeah,
you didn't say this though, but the developer released a patch that corrupted all the save data for everybody who played it early.
So they lost all their early save data, which is just you spent $120 for nothing.
You got a 3-day early access, 3-day demo that doesn't carry over its saves, basically.
Yeah. It's fucking hilarious. So yeah, people are furious at Ubisoft, and I'm like, guys, let me explain something real quick. When you keep playing Assassin's Creed games and paying for this crap, and I'm gonna say this, yes, the Assassin's Creed games after 3 after Black Flag, none of the Assassin's Creed things mattered.
Well, they became
FIFA. Let's be real.
To be fair, 4 was not an Assassin's Creed game. It was a Pirates Creed game.
Yeah, but anyway, my point is, commentary aside, shut the fuck up. See, you say this shit and it makes me lose my train of thought, asshole. Stop playing against my ADHD. Anyhow, the point I'm trying to make is that they have slowly turned into like the Call of Duty and the FIFA stuff. The shit that EA puts out every year that's just kind of like same thing, but like slightly different. That's Assassin's Creed now. It's like, guys, it's different. It's in a different time period. It's the same fucking mechanics. You just make 1 or 2 things different, change the time period. It's the same goddamn game. And it's not even part of the main continuity or the main story anymore. You told a full story that ended just as... Actually, you know what? Assassin's Creed 3 ended worse than Mass Effect 3 did.
It did.
Yeah.
But onto my second problem with this game. I'm going to ask you a question real quick, Richie. Do you remember Team America?
No.
It was a puppet movie made by
Yes,
the
I know
creator.
that. I know what it is. Team America World Police. I never watched it. Did not care.
Yeah, so there were parts of this game that I watched where the animation looked just like the puppets.
Mm.
Like there
Oh
was
yeah, I've heard about the animation issues. It was like Ubisoft. If you can't release a complete game, don't make it. Like not these Western gaming companies are making all of the Japanese and the Chinese game companies look good. So now that China's entered the gaming market and they're starting to actually holy shit, because Hoyoverse is doing fucking phenomenally with their gacha games, and now you've got this Black Myth Wukong company come out here and just shit on the entire Western gaming community.
they shit on all AAA gaming companies
Yeah,
regardless of where they came from.
I'm sorry to say it, guys. China's doing it how you should be doing it.
And did you see the tweet from Pal World when Black Myth Wukong took over the #1 slot on Steam?
What was it?
They were fucking ecstatic that another
Yeah,
indie developer beat the shit out of a AAA developer.
yeah. I don't blame them, dude. Pow World, another example of things going right. You know, I'm aware that there were issues, but they're really quick around to getting the hot fixes out, and the issues are typically minor and not major game breaking issues.
And if there is a major game breaking issue, the first person that submits it, it's instantly getting worked on. Because that's how indie developers are. They'd rather
Gotcha.
put out a quality game instead of this, oh yeah, we'll release a game and update it until it's complete, but make people pay for it now.
That's just so stupid. That's just so stupid. If you can't do it right the first time, don't do it at all.
And
Okay?
unfortunately, this has been
That's
the
why-
fucking
that's why
standard
I'm
for
so
12
worried.
years.
That's why I'm so fucking worried about the new Mass Effect and don't want to play it. Because I'm worried it's just going to be. Because I have no faith in BioWare. I have no faith in BioWare.
Yeah, because EA fucking stuck their hands in them and took over damn near all
Well, that's
direction for
that's
it.
only part of it. It's because it feels like BioWare just doesn't give a fuck anymore.
I mean, why would they when literally every game that they've been trying to make good, EA comes and says, no, change it.
No, I'm not going to put it all on EA. I'm not going to put it all on EA. The reason
And
that
it also doesn't help that some of the developers and people from BioWare left after Mass Effect 2 and 3.
Not entirely. The fault for Mass Effect Andromeda is not an EA one. That falls solely on BioWare. Anthem falls solely on BioWare.
Until EA killed it when BioWare was trying to revamp it to Anthem 2.0.
No, I'm not giving EA the credit on killing it. EA should have killed it. That was a dead game. Fuck that. BioWare fucked up horribly. They should have focused on making a good live service game instead of trying to make the Destiny killer. Shut the fuck up. Do what you were originally there to do. Make a good fucking video game. Here's the problem. If they'd made a good game from the get-go, it wouldn't have needed to get shut down to begin with. The only good thing about Anthem was the flying mechanic. I felt like fucking Tony Stark. That was the only good thing. And then everything else was just like, what is this? It's crap. I mean, Korea's now doing it and doing it way better because the First Descendant, while it's grindy and Destiny-like as hell, is at least fun. And I mean, there's a lot of sex appeal in that game too. So there's that too. Koreans understand sex sells. But yeah, dude, this is just phenomenally bad.
You see, nowadays with any AAA publisher, the one piece of advice I can give anybody, and as much as I hate saying it,
Don't be
because
lazy.
I hate aside from that, because I hate the company that I'm going to recommend, wait until the game goes on sale or pick it up used at GameStop.
No, don't pick it up used at GameStop. Don't pick it up used. Just wait for it to go on sale on Steam or something like that, man. Or Game Pass. Or whatever.
Or PlayStation
equivalent. Yeah, that. Speaking of PlayStation, let's move on to our next topic, shall we?
Great segue.
I do what I can. All right, this is on you. Let you handle this.
Yeah, so the PS5 consoles and the peripherals are suggesting that there's going to be a major price hike in Japan starting tomorrow. Let's see here. The PS5 console now has a suggested retail price of 79,980 yen, which is about 551 US, up from its earlier price of 66,980 yen, which was about 461. The digital is now 72,980, and that's up from 59,980. Oh, fuck. Controllers are going. I'm just going to make it put it in US terms. The controllers are jumping from about 65 to $80, depending on the color. Some are higher. Or fifth.
Yeah, Brandon, we're a
Fuck
pretty colorful bunch.
Yeah.
When we have strong opinions about something, we will not hold back. Like, yeah, that's what we are. We're a podcast. We're a video podcast. That's kind of what we are.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nerdy news show, video podcast kind of thing. But yeah, hi.
Honest.
Yeah.
Uh,
I feel
wait
like
until you get
for
us-
new people, I feel like for new people, we should just explain who the fuck we are within Fat Dog, not just for this show. Hi, I'm Richie. I'm the asshole that writes and did some directing and voiced a psychotic evil AI in Log Horizon Abridged. I die a lot in all of the stuff that Tony puts out. So Shield, One Piece, things like that. If a character dies in the background, probably me. But yeah.
And I'm Fenrisaru, and I voice background characters, and I'm an audio engineer that likes to drink while doing this stuff.
Okay.
That is a good analogy, Brandon.
Okay, and then I write and direct Slime Bridge, and I co-wrote Solo Leveling, and I'm co-writing and directing the Solo Leveling episodes that come out from this point on. Yes, we are making more Solo Leveling. We are. All right, sorry about that. I'm gonna let you get to it. I gotta step out.
All right. So essentially, Sony's trying to make more money because Sony and companies as a whole. So if you're in Japan, I'm sorry, but tomorrow all of your PlayStation prices are going to rise dramatically. But moving on to a much happier story, one where I would gladly sink money into. Boston Red Sox and Seattle Mariners give away One Piece bobblehead and Naruto-inspired headband. The Boston Red Sox announced a collaboration with the One Piece anime for their August 28th home game against the Toronto Blue Jays. The collaboration celebrates the One Piece anime's 25th anniversary with a cosplay event, Jersey Street pregame performance by the Magnificent Danger Band, and a special offer for a sold-out limited edition Monkey D. Luffy bobblehead repping a Red Sox uniform. I'm not making it. I'm not a big sports fan either, but god damn it, I love seeing this stuff. And yes, the fans are definitely making it into the major leagues. There's One Piece and Toei Animation's Twitter accounts both posted about the collaboration on August 28th and encouraged One Piece fans to share your experience tonight using hashtag OP25th exclamation points.
Yay! More Japanese companies ruining baseball for the normies. Yay!
Oh, that's only half of it.
I was like, come on, man. I'm a baseball fan. I'm a Cubs fan. You normies ruined baseball a long time ago.
Yeah, here's the next one though. The Seattle Mariners give away Naruto-inspired headbands for their August 20th game against the Tampa Bay Rays. Julio Rodriguez, a lifelong Naruto fan, according to an August 2022 ESPN article, partly inspired the collaboration. Rodriguez adds his name to the long list of prominent athletes, including American football running back Jamal Williams and track star Noah Lyles, who love anime and are expanding the medium's appeal.
Dude, the amount of people who actually work in professional sports that watch anime would surprise the shit out of you.
Yes,
I'm not
Home Run no Jitsu.
Home Run no Jutsu.
Which is also funny because if you open the article, you will see Julio Rodriguez wearing the headband, making a ninja sign.
Wait, really? Hang on.
Yeah.
All I see is the One Piece stuff.
It's
no,
down
there it
one
is. It's
halfway.
further down. Yeah, that's him. Oh, that's the Seattle S. They actually made a Seattle Mariners specific fucking ninja headband.
Yeah.
That's dorky as hell, but I love it. That's great. Bro, he couldn't get here before it started raining.
Wait, did it started raining over there?
Oh yeah, it's raining. Oh my god, there's a great Luffy bobblehead. There's a guy dressed up as Luffy. All right, so literally somebody cosplayed as the guy that's stuck in the treasure box from like super early One Piece. That's great. Yeah, One Piece fans showed up. I love how many people are wearing Red Sox jerseys and a straw hat. That's an Ivankov. Yes, we got an Ivankov cosplayer. Hell yeah, dude.
You want to know the best part about all of this? The Mariners won against the Rays.
And the Sox won.
And the Sox won against the Blue Jays 3-0.
I'm telling you guys, first it was Hololive, now it's One Piece and Naruto. Dude, Japanese influence on baseball, it's a good luck charm. Just saying. Do more of these.
And we all know how superstitious sports fans are.
Right? I can't wait to find out how many fans in the stadium bought a shit ton of like anime merch, because we already know they bought a fuckload of Hololive merch because they
sold out of the
they
Gura
sold
jerseys.
out. It's so good. I'm so happy for this. I think this needs to happen more. I think there needs to be more of that. Just get it out there. I mean, yes, there wasn't really a show or anything. The only thing that would have been crazier than this is if they actually had Mayumi Tanaka, the JP voice of Luffy, start singing Take Me Out to the Ball Game in the 7th inning stretch, and then halfway through, Colleen Klinkenbeard took over as the English voice of Luffy and fucking sang it too. Or if they just both had him sing it together, that would have been great. Just get both Luffy singing Take Me Out to the Ball Game. Oh my god, no. Better than that, have Colleen Klinkenbeard throw the fucking opening pitch. The English voice of Luffy gets to throw the opening pitch, and then the JP voice of Luffy gets to sing Take Me Out to the Ball Game. That would have sealed it. I think this would have been yes, I'm doing the pun. This would have been a home run. No questions whatsoever. And then, dude, you get Miley Flanagan come out and throw the pitch for the Naruto game with the Mariners? Come on. So the English voice of Naruto, and then you get the JP voice of Naruto the funny thing is, if you could get the JP voice of Naruto to throw the first pitch and then have Miley actually sing Take Me Out to the Ball Game, that would have been cool too. Because I think all of the JP voice of Naruto and Luffy, they have thrown the opening pitch for Japanese games. I'm pretty sure they have. Because they are well regarded over there for like how popular they are over there. Gomu Gomu no Fastball. That reminds me of, I think, some of the earlier movies. They had these little sports shorts with Luffy and the gang, and they played baseball against the Arlong Pirates. And also there was a football or soccer match that took place. Yeah, dude, America has soccer teams. Get this involved in soccer. I swear to God, more people start to notice that there's actual football being played in America. Remember when Luffy meets Goku and Toriko? Yeah, dude, those crossovers, that took place like as they were switching over to SD, from SD to HD, and then we got what was it? But yeah, the movies. The movies had those little shorts. If you have not checked out Django's Dance Party, we're on the Mirrorball Island. Dude, So good. All right. All right. Let's move on to the topic I definitely wanted you to cover. Let's talk. Let's talk Transformers and Godzilla, my dude,
And Zoids.
and Zoids, and Monster Hunter.
Pat- and Macross and Pat Labor.
Yeah.
Whew, there's a lot.
There's a crazy combo of stuff going on in this toy line. Let's talk
Yes.
toys. Let's talk toys and not Robin Williams. The Toys movie was kind of not my jam. I'm just saying.
So, if there's one thing that sparks the inner child of people around the world, it's a toy robot.
I love that somebody goes, Zoids is making a comeback. Don't call it a comeback. It's been here for years.
It has.
I'm quoting LL Cool J's "I'm gonna knock you out." Mama said, "Knock you out." Yeah, by the way, keeping it anime. If you have not seen this rendition, there is footage from a con of somebody asking Chris Sabat to actually do the lyrics to "I'm gonna knock you out." Mama said, "Knock you out" as Vegeta. It is the best thing because you have not lived until you've heard Vegeta say "Gangsta Boogie." So yeah.
So yeah, Japanese toy maker Takara Tomy takes one bold step further by combining three of their major robot toy lines with massively popular IPs for a new crossover toy line. The T-Spark, Transformers, Zoid, and Diaclone Twitter accounts announced the new Takara Tomy crossover toy line called Synergenex on Monday. Each account posted the same announcement with a link to a teaser video on the T-Spark YouTube channel. I'm totally going to be checking this out after after the show, because I want these. The teaser promotional video starts with a crossover between Diaclone, Transformers, and Zoids. A new Optimus Prime called Shield D Prime will ship in 2025. The Transformers-specific line of Synergenex toys will feature a crossover between Transformers and Godzilla to celebrate the 40th and 70th anniversaries of the respective properties. A new Optimus Prime, the Optimus Prime MFS-3 Kiryu, and a new Megatron, the Megatron-type Godzilla, are set for release in November 2024. The Transformers line of Synergenex is also planning a crossover with Macross 7 for its 30th anniversary and Monster Hunter for its 20th anniversary. However, little was revealed about the Macross 7 toy other than a silhouette and the planned 2025 release date, and the Monster Hunter crossover other than it would be coming soon. I don't know why I'm having such a hard time now. The Zoid-specific line of Synergenex toys is slated to feature a crossover between the Amazing Spider-Man, Monster Hunter, and Pat Labor the Mobile Police Force. For the Amazing Spider-Man crossover, the Spider-Zoids, Spider-Man Special, and the Spider-Zoids Black Spider-Man Special models will debut in September 2024. Both come with their respective Spider-Man.
For those of you that did not see, I have posted the link to Chris Sabat doing rapping. Mama said, "Knock you out." So there you go. Please enjoy that. Posted that in the chat. So hope you appreciate that.
My poor wallet.
It is 16 years old. I did not realize that video was that long ago, my dude. I'm like, wait, YouTube is that old? And then I'm like, oh my God, YouTube is 19 years old. YouTube can vote. That's scary for multiple reasons, and they're all algorithmically related. All right, so your money is going to toys.
Yes. Again.
Again.
Again. I still have a lot of models I need to build. I don't have time for this shit anymore.
All right.
Are you gonna take the next one, or should I?
I think you should.
One Punch Man artist's son placed second in National High School Bodybuilding Championship. It's bodybuilding season, and that means muscular men in skimpy shorts showing off their muscular man meat. And it's God damn whoever wrote this article.
Muscular man men in skimpy shorts showing off their muscular man meat in the culmination of their hard work and dieting. Somebody, okay, clearly this is somebody that got bullied in high school.
Clearly.
They're either horribly gay or they got bullied in high school because they're making way too big of a deal of like the lack of clothing and man meat. I'm gonna go with horribly gay.
Oh.
And guys, it's okay to be gay. That's no problem. You'll catch no judgment here. I'm just saying, based on the wording of this article,
That
it's either somebody,
sentence.
it's either a nerd with a grudge, or they're gay. It's just that simple.
Or it could be both.
It's either a nerd with a grudge or somebody's thirsty. That's all I'm saying. No, actually, you know what? It could be a woman that wrote this. It could also just be, thirst, general basic thirst.
Nope. Posted by Ken Ikura Gross.
Okay, so it's still thirsty. All of this shit is thirsty. Like that's how that comes across. And I'm not the only one that thinks that, right? Everybody else in chat, this sound thirsty to you? Because it sounds damn thirsty to me.
Yeah, so hard to read that without laughing. I failed so miserably at it.
Okay, well, I read it, so you can continue.
Thank you.
Yeah, I read it, so you don't have to.
You finished it because I couldn't.
That also sounds thirsty. Anyhow.
200 bits to hydrate?
What?
Sorry, I got caught by chat moving. The bodybuilding.
Oh, because thirst? Wrong video site, my dude. You have to wait for us to be on Twitch. No, I get that it's a Twitch joke, and I get that you're telling to hydrate because thirsty people. But wrong website, my dude. It doesn't work quite so well when we're doing the YouTube only episode that we do once a week. Save it for a few hours from now when we do the solo leveling stuff over on Twitch. By the way, guys, we're reading the solo leveling manhwa and acting it out over on our Twitch channel. Link down in the doobly-doo. Yeah.
Oh, so we are still doing that tonight without Moon.
No, Moon will be there.
Oh, I thought he wasn't going to be.
No, I said he wasn't going to make Anime Church. He said he would make the solo leveling manhwa.
Got it.
Don't forget to clip that. Clip what? Clip what? What are we clipping? Oh, by the way, solo leveling stuff does not get saved. We don't move it over to YouTube or any of that stuff. So make sure that you are there to watch it. I mean, we don't delete it immediately after, but like a month later, it's gone. And we only do it twice a month. So, yeah. EA Sports. We don't make games.
No, they just re-release the same game year after year with a
EA
updated
Sports.
roster.
We make bad games. All right. Anyway, moving on.
Moving on. Yes, the son of One Punch Man and Eye Shield 21 artist Yusuke Murata with his second place finish at the Japanese High School Bodybuilding Championship. Yusuke Murata posted about his son's second place ranking at the championship on his Twitter account on August 25th. In his post,
Murata is the artist for One Punch Man, not the writer, not the creator, right?
Artist. Yes, the artist.
Okay.
I misread that.
I was gonna say, did they put the article wrong? So it is the artist. Yeah.
Yes, the artist.
Because he's the artist for Eye Shield 21 as well.
Yep. Account on August 25th. In his post, Murata told his son, "Nice fight," and linked a Yahoo Japan News repost of a VITUP article with the results. I'm not going to try to pronounce that. I have a hard enough time talking. On his Twitter post, he put, "My eldest son was the runner-up. Nice fight. Breaking news: Midsummer Bodybuilding Koshin held in Tokyo. Who was crowned the #1 high school bodybuilder and physiquer." Followed by, "Now that things have settled down, I'd like to let you know. I came in second place in the high school bodybuilding competition. It's disappointing, but I'll keep working hard. I can't handle any more of that article. What the fuck?
All right.
Oh, this next one, yes.
Yay, the next one. Yeah. Good stuff. All right.
God damn,
Ready.
dude.
Yeah.
God damn, the actors and actresses they got are like spot on to the anime.
Right. All right. So, guys, if you didn't know, Oshi No Ko's manga is getting the stage play for the stage play arc. So, the stage play is getting a stage play. How funny is that? I highly recommend you clicking on the link and checking it out because, no lie, the cast looks amazing. Man, especially because the stage play arc is now finally coming to a close in the anime. We're actually getting to the meat of what's showing up after the play. Aka Akasaka and Mingo Yokoyari's Oshi No Ko manga is getting a stage play adaptation at Theater H in Tokyo from December 13th to the 22nd, and the Umeda Arts Theater in Osaka from December 26th through the 29th. The play will adapt the 2.5D stage play arc of the manga. The same arc is featured in the ongoing second season of the anime, which is having a recap episode on September 4th for this season thus far. Boo! I don't want a fucking recap episode this week. That's bullshit. I hate when they do that. Why are you wasting precious time and animation on a recap episode? We've all been watching the series. We know what the fuck has happened. Get on with the goddamn plot.
To be fair, High Dive isn't showing any other episodes past the one from this last week.
So they're not
Episode
showing
20.
the recap arc?
Like
Or the recap episode?
Going through, you know how High Dive usually has like the entire
Yeah.
season's worth of episodes there? Episode 20, there's nothing past that on High Dive right now.
Okay. I don't know what episode 20 is because it's season
Episode
2,
20
episode whatever.
Episode 20 was the one we're going to be talking about today.
I don't care. Well, no, that they do have everything past that.
I was checking this morning, and when I watched it, it wasn't there.
When I watched it on Wednesday, it was. Now you're going to make me go back and check.
I am pulling up High Dive right now, too.
I already am. Yeah. Watch now. Okay, so season 2. I also hate that they do this whole season 20 thing or episode. No, you're right. Okay. They changed it from Wednesday because Wednesday they were showing coming soon, blah, blah, blah. That whole same thing. So they must have changed how they do it from now on. And they're not showing the stuff. I don't know. We'll click on another one later. This isn't that big of a deal, so I don't actually care.
Fair.
But anyway, yes. So they're doing the stage play. The arc story focuses on the 2.5D stage play titled Tokyo Blade, which will also be performed as a play within a play. The staff unveiled a visual for the Oshi No Ko stage play, as well as video for the Tokyo Blade, the stage play. So, yeah, my guys, this is crazy. The stage play is getting a stage play, and much like Alucard himself, hold on, I got to tweet about this. So, follow me at the Crimson Fucker.
That fucking. Oh, I need to go back and rewatch all that on Halloween again. I also need to see if that is still a legitimate Twitter account. I know for a while it was.
Okay.
Yep, it's still a legitimate Twitter account, and I'm still following it.
Oh yeah, yeah, it absolutely is.
And they still post every now and then too. Oh, I forgot how great that and how funny that Twitter account is. Uh, anyway, the Japanese government and anime studios team up to develop next generation of animators. On July 31st, the Global Anime Challenge project took its first steps to develop the next generation of Japanese animators. The GAC is now taking applications for 6 talented young animators, producers, and directors to experience internships at world class studios outside of Japan for 3 months. That might be a bad thing because it might show them just how bad their working conditions actually are.
Eh.
A press conference at the co creation studio for social values at the Institute of Japan Research first announced the GAC project. The conference featured Yumi Enyu, Masuo Ueda, Takashi Kikuchi, Taiki Sakurai, Tadashi Sudo, Yosuke Yasui, Momoko Hotuka, Michiko Takahisa, and Muneki Ogasawara. During the nearly 2-hour conference, many of the key personnel presented their thoughts, the planned objectives, and a Q&A session. The full conference is available on the Global Anime Challenge's YouTube channel. According to a statement GAC released after the press conference, the project will occur over 6 phases: the selection, internship preparation, overseas studio internships, production of concept trailers, appearances at the Annecy Film Festival in France and Anime Expo, and analysis and evaluation. For the first phase selection, GAC is looking for 6 total animators, directors, and producers between the ages of 20 and 39. While it's not required, the organization prefers candidates belonging to anime studios with some degree of professional achievement. The GAC website provided more information for those who are currently not part of an anime studio. Freelancers must be affiliated with an animation production company for the duration of their participation in this program. If they are unable to find an affiliate, they will be temporarily affiliated with an animation production company designed by the GAC office, or designated by the GAC office. The website also suggests candidates should have strong communication skills as well as approval and recommendations from managers and producers of their anime studios. The website is currently accepting applications until mid-September. I swear, I read better when I drink. Once selected, the 6 participants will take part in an internship preparation program. The program will host lectures and workshops for 2 hours twice a month over 8 months. The cohort will also take English language courses 2 times a week for 8 months to learn how to pitch and explain ideas in English. The You look like you want to say something.
I'm good.
You have
Keep going.
such a shit-eating grin on your face right now.
It is not a shit eating grin. I'm not even listening to what you're talking about.
The GAC did not specify if the 6 participants would be attending these courses while performing their normal work duties. The 6 participants will then intern at an animation studio outside of Japan for 3 months. During the internship, the GAC hopes that the members will develop their skills and learn production methods not seen in Japan. They are aiming to select 2 studios and send 3 members to each. The internship will be split into 2 periods, between July and September, and between October and December. During the internship period, the cost of living and salaries will be provided by the GAC. And it just keeps going on, and I can't read anymore. I'm stumbling over my words way too much right now. I need a drink. Okay.
Hmm.
Good job, Moon. Good job.
Wait, what did Moon do?
Oh, he's sending me a picture of him wrapping up the Ethernet cable.
Oh. Okay.
So
All
yeah.
right. Are we on to the next one now?
Yes, yes.
My dress up darling?
I need to go grab some water. I'll be right back.
Okay. Guys, if you have not watched the My Dress Up Darling anime, holy cow. It's very good. You should check it out. Okay, it is still raining. I had to make sure. Uh the So there's going to be a live action. Okay. The television broadcaster MBS opened a webpage on Friday to announce the live action series adaptation of My Dress Up Darling. Riko Nagase and Kota Namura star as Marin Kitagawa and Wakana Gojo, respectively. And this looks kind of cute. This definitely looks cute. And the series itself is kind of cute, but it gets pervy pretty fast. Definitely fan servicey. The series will premiere in the Dramaism programming block on MSB on October 8th at basically 24:59 is what it says. So at 12:59 a.m. JST. And it will also run on TBS. Koji Shinotoku is directing the series, and Satoko Okazaki is writing the scripts. Kyoto Television is producing the project. And guys, if you did not know, this is one of those Square Enix books that's actually pretty good. You know, not a lot of good series come out of Square Enix's lineup. They have some, but it's not a lot. Like there's some certified bangers in there, but it is a rarity. It is a rarity. So,
and unlike unlike Rent a Girlfriend where they're cucking you the entire time, this one actually takes the steps it's supposed to.
I've only watched the first season of Rent a Girlfriend. It's been so long.
I've been reading the manga for both. It is. I almost have blue balls from reading Rent a Girlfriend.
I'm anime only on My Dress Up Darling. I need to get much further. But yeah, I watched the anime. It's fucking adorable. It's ecchi as hell, but I'm here for it.
Oh yeah.
I did write like a whole synopsis of the season, just kind of not tearing the anime, but just like being like, finally, they have a rom-com with all this perviness, and the dude pops a boner. It's not a nosebleed hit. The blood flows where it's supposed to.
It's a rom-com you can actually enjoy.
Yeah, well, no, you can enjoy most rom-coms. The problem is you got to understand that the whole rom-com thing with the Rent a Girlfriend thing, that's how rom-coms typically are. That's what they're supposed to be. We finally get one that says, no, we're going to cut right to everything. And we're like, this is how rom-coms. No, that's the formula set up. That's
for you, Richie. Did you enjoy the one season of Rent a Girlfriend you watched?
Yeah, I thought it was all right.
Good, because you're going to be watching that for like 10 seasons.
I don't care.
There's no sign of it actually taking the steps of
my guy, you're not going to hurt my feelings or blue ball me in any way, shape, or form. I watched all 7 seasons of Ranma 1/2, the OVAs, and the movie. I am a stone cold on this shit. Yeah.
It just annoys the living hell out of me.
Bro. Ranma 1/2. They did it earlier, they did it first, and they did it worse. I'm just saying. Like, I am used to the rom-com formula.
Yes, but at least Ranma 1/2 has plot.
Are you talking titties or are you talking about, like, writing? What are we talking about here?
I mean, I'm a guy, so I'm going to go for titties regardless.
I mean, also, I forget what series it was where the guy had a key and, like, there were, like, 3 different love interests and he was trying to find the key. He was trying to find what lock it went. Nisekoi, that's it. I was like, it starts with an N, but I know it's not Noragami. Nisekoi. I watched Nisekoi. That was fucking infuriating too, my dude.
Yes, it was.
Yeah. But yeah, I read the manga for that, and I got to the end, and I was like, okay, cool. Now I know who won. It was Agatha all along. But yeah, guys, I'm not super surprised. This is a great series. I love My Dress Up Darling. It's especially because it deals with like a lot of things that you don't really think about, like uh cosplay, like from the cosplay audience, the cosplay crowd that was watching this, they're like, it's so accurate. And then we got the photo nerds coming in and going, oh no, those cameras and everything you're seeing, that's legit. And we're like, oh, okay. And like the
Yeah, they
whole,
did their research on
not
this.
only that, but when you're like seeing the camera, they're like, oh my god, they got all the little details that you normally see in the camera screen. And I'm like, dope. And they're like, nobody here knows what ISO is. And I'm like, sure don't.
Sure don't, but god damn it, is it nice to look
So
at.
cool. So cool. All right. But yeah, My Dress Up Darling is one of those shows that you should definitely watch, and not just because it's got like some perviness in there, but because there's genuine love for the crafts that they're talking about.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
All right.
I would honestly also recommend reading the manga.
Mm-hmm.
So the manga is so heartwarming.
Okay.
And
Definitely.
they do deal with some dark topics, but
Mm-hmm.
they handle them really well.
Gotcha. Well, I mean, there is that. I mean, the main character is like the most shy person ever.
Oh, it
I'm sure. I'm
yeah,
sure.
it
I'm sure. I'm sure.
yeah.
You can tell just because of how they behave that there's psychological issues there that we will discover as time goes on. This needs a season 2. This so needs a season 2.
If they follow the manga the way they should, there's gonna be at least 4 seasons.
They haven't announced anything, and it's been several years since it came out. So I'm
I know,
just
just
hoping
saying
for a season 2.
if they
Don't.
do. I mean, keep in mind, Konosuba did take what, 6 years to get a season 3,
Yeah,
7,
but
and it was
that's.
a phenomenal season.
I haven't watched it.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I haven't watched season 2. I haven't watched season 3. Season 1 was good, and I really liked that, and I didn't want. I don't know why I just didn't continue it. But yeah,
You can
if you
skip
take
the
too long,
Megumin spin-off. That one
if you
just eh.
yeah, if you take too long in between seasons, I kind of fall off. Or if your animation's not as good as season 1, when season 2 finally comes out over 12 plus years later, then I'm gonna drop the anime because I've already read all the light novels. Looking at you, devil is a part timer.
I was just thinking that.
Yeah, yeah. All right, so next story: Manga Plus to release all Shonen Jump Plus one shots simultaneously in English. Shueisha's Manga Plus service announced on Sunday that starting in September, which is now, it will release all one shots from the Shonen Jump Plus service in English simultaneously. The one shots will be available to read for free for the first 90 days and will be available afterwards on Manga Plus Max Deluxe subscriber plan. That includes things like everybody's talking about this anime right now, even though I've read much further in the manga and I was just kind of like, and I kind of let it fall to the side. The freaking God, what's it called? The Elusive Samurai. That's it. The Elusive Samurai.
Oh
It's
yes.
so funny that everybody's talking about it, and I'm like, why is everybody talking about this mid-ass like manga? You know, because it is. It's mid, and it turns out it's because either two things are happening. Either everybody's in love with the god tier animation, or everybody's in love. Everybody's trying to wonder why it looks like people are thirsting over this kid. And I'm like, yeah, it doesn't look that way in the manga. Like it, like no offense, to the creator. It's just I got partway through it and it wasn't really doing it for me, so I dropped it. And like, I'm glad the anime's out. I'm glad that it's getting more attention as somebody who liked the initial premise. But yeah, I don't know if this has staying power, and I kind of hope it does. But at the same time, like I read the manga and I had really no interest to watch the anime. All right. Anyway, I got off tangent there. The first simultaneous release under this new initiative is Migusuki's The Deep Sea of Words, available now on Manga Plus. Manga Plus noted that there may be some exceptions to one shots depending on the author's wishes or the judgment of the editorial department. One shots are self contained one chapter stories and are often used to showcase new and upcoming talent. Some one shots eventually get turned into full series. Shonen Jump Plus has released more than 200 one shots each year in recent years, such as Tatsuki Fujimoto's award winning Look Back manga, which was recently adapted into an anime film. Shueisha stated there is not a set schedule for new one shots, but added the readers can expect new one shots weekly. The Shonen Jump Plus app. Oh, okay. I don't have to talk about the app. Cool. So there's our story for that, and I've kind of given my thoughts and opinions. Let us know yours down in the chat or the comments below.
I have so much more to read now.
Yep, this is you. This is a you story because I don't want to even talk about Capcom.
I'm a bit pissed at them as well,
Well,
for
I'm not
different
even
reasons.
talking to you. All right, anyway, I'll be right back. I gotta check outside and see if the weather has finally gotten better.
Fair enough. Veteran Capcom developer Hideki Itsuno announced on Twitter on Saturday that he is leaving the company after 30 years to develop a new game in a new environment. He had posted, I have an announcement for all of my followers. At the end of August 2024, I will be leaving Capcom after 30 years and 5 months. Thank you for your long-term support of the games and characters I have been responsible for. I hope you will continue to support Capcom's games and characters. From September, I will start developing a new game in a new environment. I hope to create fun, beautiful games that are as memorable as, or even more memorable than, the ones I have created so far. Please stay tuned for my next creation. The game director and designer has directed Devil May Cry 2, Devil May Cry 3 Dante's Awakening, Devil May Cry 4, Devil May Cry 5, Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen, and Dragon's Dogma 2. He is also known for his work on the Street Fighter Alpha, Power Stone, Capcom vs. SNK 2, Mark of the Millennium 2001, and Shin Megami Tensei Nocturne games, among others. Shin Megami Tensei Nocturne. I thought that one was Atlas, not Capcom. Um, Itsuno began his career at Capcom in the arcade division in 1994 and earned his first director position on Star Gladiator. The announcement comes after Shin Megami Tensei character designer Kazuma Kaneko left Atlas in April after 35 years with the company. Yeah, I gotta double check this because I'm fairly certain Shin Megami Tensei Nocturne was not Capcom. Yeah, why are they quoting? Why are they saying that this game is Capcom when it was Atlas and Sega, which same company? Let me go through here. Oh, that's right, because it had Dante from Devil May Cry in it. That's right. That makes a lot more sense. But still, Shin Megami Tensei Nocturne was a Atlas game, not a Capcom game. It only had featured a Capcom character. They cannot take credit for it. I'm still pissed that it got leaked that the only reason they're not doing a Dino Crisis remake is because they still have Monster Hunter and because it's more successful and more widely wanted. I want a goddamn Dino Crisis remake. Anyway, next up.
All right.
Did you want to take this
Yeah,
one or the one
I'll
after
take this.
this?
No, you're getting Transformers, my dude. You were finishing up with us for Transformers.
Okay.
Yeah. All
I'll
right.
let you read this while I grab something.
Okay, so The Legend of Zelda: Echoes of Wisdom's games trailer reveals Zelda's sword fighter form, which I didn't even know was a thing that existed in this game. Nintendo began streaming on Friday a trailer titled Into the Still World, A Journey Continued for The Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom, the first mini game. The first mainline game in the series that stars Zelda as the main playable character. I can't wait for the amazing amount of people to come in and tell me that they just played the Link game. Because, you know, how many people have been calling Link Zelda for years and they're like, oh, we finally get to play as Link. I hate you.
Would it be wonderful if Zelda was a female?
You know? Mm.
shit, I had something. Ah, there it is.
I'm wondering if we're gonna have to do a rain check, literally.
Uh,
Anyway.
okay.
Anyway, the video reveals Zelda's sword fighter form and previews the Still World. The game will launch on for Nintendo Switch on September 26th, and then it gives background for the actual thing, the actual story of the game, or the synopsis of the game, which we've covered multiple times. So I'm not going to get into that. So yeah, she has a sword fighter form, and this is definitely one of those top-down chibi kind of stories that takes place, seems, after the events of Link to the Past. So yeah. So alrighty. Don't have much to say on this because it's just a small update. Oh, Classroom of the Elite is getting a fourth season.
Not surprising.
Covering first
Even though it
semester
took them
and
forever to
second.
get between season 1 and 2.
Yeah, I need to read more Classroom of the Elite. Anyhow.
Yes. Studio Trigger teases Transformers 40th anniversary promo video. Studio Trigger and Takara Tomy revealed a 40th anniversary promo video teaser video on Thursday for the Transformers franchise. The video below notes that a 40th anniversary commemorative video project is in production, with Trigger adding the below video is a teaser for a 40th anniversary promotional video. The project was first revealed at the Tokyo Toy Show 2024 on Thursday. Takara Tomy's TV Spark YouTube channel is streaming the teaser video. The first season of Transformers aired in the US, and okay, that's all a bunch of backstory. Couple things I noticed from the promo video. I see Rodimus in there. Good old Rodimus Prime,
Right,
the Prime that almost killed Transformers. And if they're doing anything, I really hope it's that they redo this film. Please. It was so good. Please. And yeah, he took off at the worst possible time because, yeah, there's not much else to talk about. Until he comes back, puts the spoiler tag up, and we start reviewing anime. So, what are all of y'all's expectations for any of the topics we've had? Please talk to me, I'm lonely. Otherwise, I'm just going to be sitting here looking at tractors because... You know what, I'm just going to share a screen because... Oh, okay, yep. I'm trying! Oh, wait, you can't see that because he's not there to click on it. Dang it! So, yes, bork, 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 wolf, wolf, wolf. I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm not a very entertaining person by myself. There's a reason why I don't stream anymore. Here it is. I would love to hear some of all of your thoughts on, any of the stories that we covered. A little bit of interaction, stuff like that. Yeah, going back through chat. Trying to catch up on it. Oh, yes, Brandon. It would be hilarious if the creator of Tokyo Blade was super mad that the live action wasn't up to her standards and to make it just like the anime. That'd be hilarious. Uh, uh, I don't know why he decided to just. Oh, yeah, he's meeting his mechanic. Unfortunately, we're at that point where can't do much else until he gets back and puts the spoiler tag up. There's a lot to talk about the anime this week. Oh, maybe not a lot, but a decent amount to talk about the anime this week. Careers. Let's see what type of jobs they have. Service technician. How much do you pay? Not saying. Well, shit. Yeah, lore wise, that would make sense. Don't make me call for a quote on a fucking new tractor, damn it. Don't like talking to people. People are people. They're eh. Why stick behind a computer screen? 1.9% for 48 months isn't bad. No, that doesn't have a front PTO. Dang it. Might. It also has 1.9. Okay, I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to call them off. Oh no, close tomorrow. I'll have to call them on Tuesday. This would be so much easier if Moon was here, because then he and I could just bounce off each other and no, at least make it somewhat entertaining for those who are still in chat. Um, for now, you just get to see me and my flannelly goodness drinking, just drinking in general. I mean that's fair, but I I worry more about trying to make things entertaining when I probably shouldn't. Especially since there's no music or anything in the background that's I can put on for you because I don't have control of anything. At least not this time. And I also know most people who are tuning in just have us on in the background and are just listening while doing other stuff. Looking at you, Revan. Looking at you. And yeah, at the very least, I wish I could play the Chris Sabat or Sabat rapping because that'd be hilarious to listen to. Okay. Yeah, we talked about the Sonic movies, or Sonic movie. The the first two were fantastic. It's a nice new take on Sonic compared to what I grew up with. Uh, though, don't get me wrong. love Keanu Reeves as an actor and a person, but his voice just, in my opinion, just does not fit Shadow. It's I expected something a lot more deeper, more dark, more gravelly, um, instead of just Keanu Reeves. That's all I really hear is John Wick in the form of Shadow.
All right. We're going to reschedule. But I talked to him a little bit. Sounds like there's a block that is stopping the AC from flowing.
Got it. That would make a lot more sense as to
Mhm.
why we couldn't get it working when I was down there.
And the pressure issues.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
which
So,
was probably caused by the block.
well, yes. So he's thinking there's probably a block, and I'm like, okay, cool. If there is, get that taken care of, and I have the money to deal with that at the moment.
And at least on the bright side, you don't have to. He doesn't have to pay for the refrigerant because he should still have that can in your
Yeah,
vehicle.
I still definitely have it. So we've got that. All right. So do you and Brandon have a nice chat?
Yes, we were just
Yep.
talking about Sonic movie while I was trying
Talking
to
about the
try my best to entertain because you came back and said, "Hey, keep them entertained." As I just finished up the last
No,
article.
I didn't come back. I literally had just like come back. The only thing I went in here is because I forgot to grab my keys.
Yeah, but
So I moved
you
my
said
car
keep
back
them
around.
Yeah, you said keep them entertained as I was finishing the last article.
I knew you were finishing the last article. That's why I was like, keep them entertained. Yeah. All right. So now we're going to talk about the anime episodes this week. Looks like we don't have to talk about Oshi No Ko next week. So that's something.
Oh, that'll save a bit of time.
Yeah. All right. So I am going to go ahead and put up the spoiler tag when we start. Guys, if you don't want to sit around and catch spoilers because you haven't seen these episodes, totally understand. And have yourself a lovely day. But during the time of the spoilers talk, I will have a spoiler tag up. We're going to talk about Oshi No Ko, Slime, and Tower of God. These three episodes that came out this week, and we'll kind of lightly touch on those. I might mention a couple of anime that I have been watching this season that we're not covering. Just give like a quick synopsis on some anime that are in my list. So for the summer lineup, obviously, I need to get back into Quality Assurance in Another World. I got 3 episodes in. It's really good. Wisteria Wand and Sword is kind of for me. I mean, the animation is great. Don't get me wrong, but like, I don't know. It just feels like it's dragging. Dahlia in Bloom. That's a really interesting series. I'm invested in the story for that. Journey Through Another World. Oh my God. When you get to the Slogfest that is the Sunday lineup, this one comes out at 12:30 Central Time. And it is kind of that palate cleanser. It's not meant to be anything that you take too serious. Yes, it is an isekai. Don't let that get to you too much because it's not focusing too much on like the heavy isekai elements. It's literally there to be a palate cleanser and be cute because it's literally a dude that got isekai'd, ended up in a forest and found 2 small kids, and now he's taking care of those kids while adventuring. And it's
Such an
just
adorable show.
it's just meant to be cute and adorable. As I said, it is your weekly palate cleanser from all the crazy, serious, dramatic shit that's going on out there.
It's like when Campfire Cooking in Another World came out.
Yeah.
That wasn't like your typical isekai. That was dude's literally cooking and showing us recipes.
My dude is living his best life. All right.
With a giant fucking Fenris god. I'm just like, God damn, man.
Yeah. What is your obsession? What is your obsession with all of these like high grade S tier like animals? They don't, low tier animals can taste good too, damn it. Elitist much? All right. No longer allowed in Another World. The first couple episodes, the first couple episodes I wasn't really down, but I kept going. Like this week, I just binged like 4 episodes, and I was like, "Fuck, I like this show now." I didn't initially like this show.
Is where it really took off.
Yeah, once you find out that he does in fact have an ability, and you see what that ability is, it's the most interesting thing. This man literally reverse isekais the isekai people. He sends them back to their world. That is such a fucking crazy good plot twist. I love it. It's so good. He's like, yeah. The main character, not exactly anything really to write home about, but he is based on a real person, which makes that even kind of funnier. And Truck Coon. Who knew that Truck Coon started so early in his career back in the 1800s? But here we are.
Such a weird time.
A nobody's way up to an exploration hero. That's like
I've been enjoying that one.
It's cute, but it's like it's one of those ones that like you're not really unless you're really into isekai, you're not going to dig this. If I'm going
really
by the rating,
isekai.
Yeah, well, dungeon crawling fantasy kind of stuff. It's not another world. It just feels kind of isekai-ish in how the gaming aspect of it goes with leveling up and the monsters and it's it's the member of the solo leveling family we don't talk about. It's Bruno. It's if you took
leveling, yes, Brandon.
Yeah,
that's
lolly leveling.
What it is.
Literally, it is the most dumbed down version of solo leveling you could possibly get without any stakes whatsoever. It's not a palate cleanser. It can be annoying. It can. But whatever.
It's one I enjoy putting on in the background and just listening to.
The strongest magician in the Demon Lord's army was a human is actually really fucking good. I was surprised. That's definitely a 7 for me. I have not been watching The Elusive Samurai. I'm waiting till it gets almost to the end to binge the new Spice and Wolf. And these three I haven't watched, and people are going to get mad at me for one of them, at least. VTuber Legend, haven't watched it. My Dear Friend, Nokotan, have not seen that. And My Wife Has No Emotion. I have not watched that yet.
So, I haven't watched My Wife Has No Emotion. My Dear Friend Nokotown, I dropped after episode 2.
My guys, I know this is blasphemy for many people out there. I have only seen the first episode of Plus Sized Elf because I'm like, I don't really need to masturbate right now. I'm good. I don't need to fap. I'm okay. I don't think I need to fap right now. Here's my thing, ladies and gentlemen. There's actual hentai on the internet.
Yes, there is.
There is. If you did not know, the internet is for porn. But yeah, that's kind of where we're at.
Why do you think cell phones keep getting bigger and bigger? They kept going small until people realized we could watch porn on them, and then they started getting bigger again.
Remind me to let you know what word we're using for the summoning of the Shadow Warriors. It's not erect, and it's not wakey. Dude, so many people were telling me to do both of those, and I'm like, no, Moon came up with a really funny idea yesterday, and we're just going with it. It was so silly and so funny that I could not argue back to shut it down because I'm like, fuck, I really like this. Because my initial idea was to lean more into the Batman thing and just say vengeance. It's like that's his code word for getting them in there. Is like, vengeance. But yeah. Again, watch the 2022 Matt Reeves Batman movie. I swear to God, you'll enjoy that. It's got such an interesting story and a psychological arc for Bruce. Because this is early days Bruce Wayne, my dude. It's so good. And it's grounded in reality. It's none of that fantastical bullshit. This is it. All right. That having been said, let's go ahead and talk about Oshi No Ko. Putting the spoiler tag up now. There we go. All right, let's talk about this week's episode of Oshi No Ko. And of course, if you have watched it along with us, feel free to comment on what you liked about this episode. What was your favorite thing? What was the thing you liked the least? What do you think was the big shocking moment for you? And of course, rate this episode on a scale of 1 to 10. Let us know what you thought of this episode in the chat or the comments below. All right. So, this is the Aqua episode. 100% just Aqua's episode. I love how we left off last time with the bite, and everybody was thinking, oh, he bit the shit out of him. No, he didn't. It was scripted. That was what he was supposed to do. It's just Aqua was so good and so in the moment that you guys actually believed he bit the shit out of him. Improv. And it was like, nah, my dude, nah. But yeah, we really, Jesus Christ, it's crazy how much I keeps coming back. It's like, she's dead. Can we move on? Nope. No. But this was the best way to bring I back.
Damn it, Brandon.
No, I saw that. But this was the best way to cue the I moment because I'd almost forgotten about this, and then like we got to the part where the character gets resurrected in the play, and I'm like, oh yeah, shit, it's that. Oh god, how are they going to do this? And then how they handled it. Once again, just have to say to the animation studio, just to the studio in general, like fucking hats off. You guys are proving why you are up there and why this show is one of the goats. Like holy shit, this is so good. So good. Um yeah, that big turnaround. Also, am I the only one when the eye resurrection moment happened and Ruby is running and crying and all that stuff? All I could hear was Rudy.
You mean Aqua?
Yeah, Aqua. But all I could hear was Rudy.
No, you weren't the only one.
Because I literally just heard Rudius Gray Rat that entire time. I'm like, I know this is supposed to be a touching moment, but it's the same fucking voice actor. So for those of you that don't know, Child Aqua is played by the same voice actress that does Rudy in Mushoku Tensei. And that's all I could fucking hear was Rudy. And I'm like, I've heard this in another anime before.
Rudy crying that Paul survived.
Don't go spoiling season. Well, actually, we got a spoiler tag up. Never mind. We're safe.
And we talked about it.
Don't go spoiling the second half of season 2. No, just don't say anything tomorrow or this afternoon. Don't
About
spoil
what?
it for the. Yes, exactly. All right. So that being said, what was your favorite part of this episode, Fenris? Because actually, you know what? I'm going to give you the second half to recap. So after the play ends, talk to us about what happens after the play ends.
Everybody, the entire cast and crew goes out drinking, and I found it hilarious that Kana's sitting there doing her whole spiel, acting drunk, and there's a sign above her drink saying ginger ale.
The entire fucking time.
Every time it shows her, it's that same sign right above her drink.
Like she's drinking ginger
Fucking
ale.
hilarious.
She's not drunk. Like
Aqua sits next to the director and tries to
Also,
subtly pry information out of him.
I don't know if they've covered this in the anime or not, but Akane is the reason she's the one serving everybody their food or serving their meat is because she's a vegetarian, and so she can't eat the meat.
I don't think they covered that.
Yeah, it's in the manga. I don't know if it's something that was supposed to be covered this episode and they just skipped it, or if she said it in a previous episode. But Akane is actually a vegetarian, so she's actually like she's feeding everybody the meat. I mean, she eats the veggies when they're served, but like she puts herself in charge of grilling the meat, so she has something to do.
That makes sense.
Just pointing that one out there. So yeah.
Yeah. So Aqua tries to get some information out of the director, and lead guy cannot remember his name for the life of me.
Sibling Kun.
I'm getting to that, damn it.
Oh, Nichan.
The lead actor of Tokyo Blade basically tells Aqua, "Hey, I have an idea." Himekawa, thank you.
Yeah. What are you gonna do with that sword, Oni-chan?
Takes director and Aqua to a members-only bar. Proceeds to get the director piss-ass drunk. Director passes out. Aqua hands him.
No. It's not just a members-only bar, my dude. That is a members-only host club or hostess club.
I am trying to blaze through this before you say anything else about Step Bro or Oni-chan or that shit.
No, it's not Step Bro. They're half related. They share a dad. Anyway, please continue.
Listen, just because the blood is not as pure as some other things doesn't mean they can go Step Bro and Step Bro.
Filthy mudbloods.
Thank you.
Yep.
I was referring to that.
Yeah. Anyway, moving on.
At the end, Aqua hands Himekawa the DNA test results, saying, "Hey, we're half brothers. Who's your dad? Tell me about him now."
So next episode, when it actually happens, the next episode of the story, we're going to play the game of who is your daddy and what does he do? Kindergarten Cop. We're going back to Kindergarten Cop. Yeah.
Easily my favorite part of this episode was when Aqua came to terms with himself in the flashback with I being dead before him, looking at the shadow and be like, "No, you're just me. You're the me that has regrets. I'm gonna take him on."
My favorite part of this, knowing what's coming up, like I can kind of agree, but knowing what's coming up throws a bit of a wrench in that because I know future events and I know what's about to change in both Aqua
I
and Ruby. I can't wait for
I'm
that.
about I'm about 10 chapters behind, so I think I know what you're talking about.
Oh no, you definitely do because it's still all in the same arc that's being covered in season 2,
Okay.
so you're fine. Yeah, we're talking about moments that are coming up like in a few episodes where things are going to change with Ruby and things are going to change with Aqua. So like yeah, we're fine. No, the reason while it was really really good, my favorite is actually some of the smaller moments. I like the moment between the director and Himekawa, just their whole relationship. He's like, I've I've been raising you since you were little, and God damn it, drink with me, and like it's like you're kind of an adorable father son duo here.
They are.
You're absolute idiots, but we love you. When you get the backstory about Himekawa's past and his parents and stuff, that's gonna be that's gonna.
Yeah.
Nobody gets to have a nice, wholesome, heartwarming family except Akane.
Um,
By the way,
Brandon's favorite part is actually really good too. It's
mhm.
very adorable.
By the way, guys, Kana best girl, and if you don't read the manga, you don't know why. I'm just gonna throw this one out there. All you Akane simps, you're wrong. You're absolutely fucking wrong.
I will say this again,
Ruby
even though I know
loves
it's never gonna happen.
Ruby.
Memcho.
Ruby obviously loves Kana a bit more than Arima, but Aqua loves Kana more than Arima. Or God damn it, I'm saying the same thing, but just first name. Uh, Kana more than Akane, and same for Aqua. And if you don't believe me, check chapter 106 of the manga. You don't have to know anything else, just that one chapter. You'll understand what I'm saying. You're welcome. This is the spoiler alert is up. That's all I'm saying. I'm not going to spoil the manga for the anime onlys, or I'm not going to spoil the anime onlys by using the manga. I'm just going to say, if you don't think that that's the case, just jump to that one chapter.
And
We're in like the 70s right now of
and
the 60s or
yeah.
70s in the manga. So
And I just gotta say, I find it kind of heartwarming how history repeats itself.
Akane best girl, but you could ship Aqua Akana. That's fine. That's your take, my guy. My guy. If you only knew all the things, like here's the thing. You're like, oh, because she's doing all this stuff for him, she's best girl. And I'm like,
She's not doing it for him.
she's not solely doing it for him. It's definitely coming from a selfish place. Oh, you've read the manga. Okay, cool. Then you know. Oh, are you current with the manga? That's the real question. Uh,
Yes.
we will cover other manga things in a moment. Oh yeah, I need to let you guys know. New chapter of Slime has come out on the it's K manga. Yeah, on K manga. So on K manga, I'm reading Blue Lock and I'm reading oh god, what is it?
That's Professor Hawk.
Professor Hawk.
Shoo-ba-doo-doo-ba-doo-doo.
Oh no, I was thinking the Hawk abridged, but yeah. Wow, Noragami is number one. It used to be the other. Okay, I'm reading Blue Lock, and I'm reading Shangri-La Frontier, and I'm also reading Slime. I will eventually get to reading Rent a Girlfriend, but it's going to be a while. I finally was able to get to the end of Baby Steps because they covered all of Baby Steps, and I was like, finally. If you have not checked out Baby Steps, it's a really good tennis one. But yeah. So I'm reading Shangri-La Frontier and Blue Lock, and man, I can't wait for season 2 of Shangri-La Frontier. That's going to be a lot of fun. So there's my manga recommendations, in case you were wondering for some odd reason. Anyway, moving on. Let's talk about our ratings for this episode, unless we want to do what we least liked about this episode, which I don't think I have one for this episode.
I don't either.
Yeah, I think everything
Like
was
this
fantastic
overall,
this
just
episode.
a
Yeah.
very fantastic episode.
Okay, what's your rating, Fenris? What do you give it out of
Easily a
10?
9.5.
Yeah. I'm giving this another of my rare 10s. Because this was just everything about this was firing. Like just this is like the best stuff. And of course, that ending that I love watching anime onlys watch, and I'm like, manga people, shut the fuck up. It's more fun to watch their reaction. So I love them going, wait, what? At the end? Because I was like, I know that's how this episode is ending. I know that's how this episode is ending. So very sad for not having a continuation next week of this. But yeah, here for it.
Also, I did check High Dive. Other series still have the episodes after the current one.
Just Oshi No Ko?
Just Oshi No Ko.
That's so stupid. Anyway, let's move on to our next one. This live episode. I just watched another group react to this like a couple hours ago, so it's very fresh in my head. All right. So I love that people were asking about this minor spoiler at the end of the last episode, and then it immediately gets talked about in the first 30 seconds. They're like, why are they all shocked? And it's like, because they didn't realize that Rimuru was the king of the nation. That's it. They just thought he was another member, and he's like, this is my country. I run this shit. And they're like, what? We know somebody this important? I was wondering how they were going to handle T Sensei, because she's not in the original light novel. She's an anime only character. And they just were like, yep, she got so shocked she passed out, so Hinata has to take over. And I'm like, okay.
Makes sense.
So pretty interesting. I will also point out another difference between the light novel and the anime, and this isn't like a big deal. This isn't a thing that changes it too much. But when the orchestra performed in the light novel, they played a bunch of anime songs and video game songs that I'm pretty sure could not get cleared for copyright for the actual episode. So
No.
I don't know what they were playing as far as music. But yeah, there were moments where Yuki was smiling to himself because he recognized music from Final Fantasy.
Matt, they missed an opportunity. They could have played season 1's opening.
Oh, that would have been so good.
It would have been.
All right, so I mean, they could have been playing one of the openings or closings for the show, and I just didn't know because I don't watch them. So it could have been
that's fair.
But yeah, so
speaking of the orchestra, I got when Shuna and Shion came on.
God damn,
they were
look
playing.
good.
They did. Unfortunately,
Shuna looked so much more mature than she normally does.
I kept being reminded of, and I couldn't help it, and I just kept replaying this. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's what everybody was like. Oh my God, you're Lion April. I fucking hate that girl in Your Lion April.
Like, I do too. Like, you are on your deathbed. Why don't you just confess?
Yeah, I hated her. I was like, she's the meanest bitch. And they're like, she had cancer. So okay.
Like, she was in love with the guy. She knew how he felt about her. Why not just share a little bit of happiness for the time you have left?
I mean, just give him them panties, girl. Come on. You don't got
exactly.
That much time. Like, get your flowers. Ain't nobody here hating. Go ahead, get your flowers. Get your roses while you're still alive, you know?
And the letter at the end was just
it's not just
slap
that.
in the face.
It's not just that. The thing that really pissed me off the most is, like, she knew there was some psychological trauma that was making it where he couldn't play, and she just forces him to play, like, because she wants him to. And I'm like, okay, that doesn't excuse any of you having cancer, and you being in love with him does not excuse any of the behavior you had here. Though, to be fair,
like, she knew who he was for the longest time. Why not approach sooner?
I was happy with the ending, though. I was happy with the ending, and this is going to be dark. I was happy with the ending because she died, and I shipped him and his friend, his friend who, yeah.
The friend who has always supported him, and
who
he was warming up to towards the end.
Yeah, I was shipping the two of them really, really hard. So when she's like, I died, I was like, well, I feel bad for your family. But
guy can finally find happiness.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you weren't going to offer it to him.
Remember, you can't say happiness without penis. All right, so anyhow, so let's go back to slime because Jesus Christ.
The tangents we get off.
The tangents are good. That's the other thing I loved a lot of anime onlys. I want to know how many anime onlys actually understood the brevity of what was happening at the second thing where they were talking about like the science behind Hippocrate herbs and everything, and the reaction from everybody around, like literally, do you understand the gravity of what was just dropped on that community? They literally overturned everything they thought they knew about the world at this conference in front of all of these nobles and high-minded scientific groups. Fucking incredible. Like they literally, it's like telling a bunch of people that the earth is round before everybody knew the earth was round. And shut up, flat earthers, go fuck yourself.
And when you think about it, it only increases the price and the desire for their potions.
Yeah. I can prove to you right now that the earth is round and not flat, because if it was flat, the cat would have knocked everybody off the map by now.
Oh, easily.
Yeah. So, that being said, holy crap, they upturned the scientific community. Just out of like these small breakthroughs. If you don't understand what we're saying, my guys, go back, rewatch the episode, or watch it if you haven't already. The technical shit that they get into. This is the stuff I'm here for slime for. Everybody's like, oh, they're overpowered in the fights. They could just brush them all off. It's boring. And I'm like, that's not what slime's about. The action is not the reason that you get into slime. Slime is a world-building isekai. And they go into mad detail with the politics, with the science, the engineering. All that stuff's important. But then you get the dungeon building. And that's a lot of fun. Dude, what was really funny was actually seeing so many reactions where they put peak slime in this episode. And I'm like, yeah, these people get it. This is what slime is here for. Because this is peak. This is like, literally the Founders Festival has so much good shit that displays exactly what slime is. It's like, it's not an action fantasy isekai. If you want that, go watch fucking Sword Art or something. I don't know. But slime is about creating a civilization. It is literally a Civ game, but like done in like a more accurate setting.
Yes.
Yeah. Where
it's like how a realist hero rebuilt a kingdom.
Oh, that was so good. I love that.
Like very little action. It was all like politics and background stuff. It was just intriguing.
It's literally taking a world that is in the Middle Ages and slowly bringing it up to it's literally getting the Middle Ages ready for the Black Plague.
Basically, yes.
Yeah. Hey, you want to stop disease and everything from spreading? Well, let's not throw all our waste out on the street. Let's not have the horses shit all over the place. And let's clean our fucking hands. Wash our goddamn hands. Oh, and why don't we gargle our mouths with a little bit of salt water? Oh, wow. So many things that could be prevented if we just followed these simple fucking rules. Anyhow. And we've got morons like that nowadays, and then they're like, why am I sick all the time? It's like, because you don't even do basic hygiene. That shit's important, dude. That's why so many people died to the Black Plague. Just saying.
Oh, speaking of basic hygiene, did you see that post on Twitter where the guy had bought like a bunch of travel-sized deodorants and put Hatsune Miku on them and sold them for $5 a piece at a convention? No. And he sold out?
Well, we know what you're doing next time, merchant.
Fuck yeah! I'm gonna make so much money.
All right. So, that being said, we continue on with slime. After that conference, we get a sit down. We run into Hinata, and she's got food on her face. It's like, you got egg on your face. Anyway, I love that she goes to try it, and she starts to pull her sword on Rimuru, and Benimaru is just right there ready, like, bring it, bitch. I'll knock you the fuck down. I'm like, all right, that's the fight that would have been a tie. Benimaru versus Hinata, that would have been a tie.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Not anymore, but it would have been then. And then...
Poor Hinata, she would be on the losing end now.
And then we get to the sit down with Lubelius. Or Luminous, I'm sorry. We get to sit down with Luminous, and she's like, the fuck, my guy? Why did you tell me that you had culture this whole time? And I was like, oh, yeah. the beautiful thing, there's a lot of people that did not understand what was happening in this meeting and thought there were dark intentions on her part. What do you mean you're sending people over? She's sending scientists, over vampire scientists, over to Rimuru. If you don't think this is going to make Tempest even better, you're out of your damn mind. And all they had to do in exchange is have the orchestra come over and play from time to time.
Yep. Fun vampire fact for you, Richie.
Yeah.
There's no such thing as a heterosexual vampire. Blood is blood. Don't be a homophobe.
Anyway, moving on.
Yes, Brandon, we are all something of a scientist ourselves.
You know what? If we get to season 3 and we get to meet the vampires, I'm totally putting it in there. If we get to season 3, yeah. Yes.
Motherfuckers.
If we get to season 3 of the abridged.
Oh, abridged. Okay. Well, you just said season 3. My first thought was if we get season 3 of the anime.
If we get to season 3, I'm gonna put that in there, is what I said. And then you kept interrupting me.
I mean, that's par for the course, though.
Yeah, well, if you listen to the second half of my dialogue there, you would have known I was talking specifically about the abridged.
I'm a voice actor. I don't listen.
Also, well, clearly you don't read either.
No, I don't.
No, and that's the problem. That's why we keep making you redo lines. Anyway.
There's a reason why you don't hire me for voice work anymore, and I'm stuck doing the sound engineering.
Yeah, well, it has more to do with the fact that I can't pay you. I don't have that kind of. I can't hire somebody I can't pay. Now, if you want to work for free, that's different, but that's not hiring. Hiring implies payment.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, moving on. All right, we get and so yes, he gets scientist, she gets an orchestra from time to time, and then he gets an ability that lets all of the people under him use holy magic if they want.
And part of his strength.
Faith and favor? No, he already had. No, he already has food chain.
I could swear they mentioned that that faith and favor could let him transfer some of his strength to his followers.
Yeah, that makes it where they can use holy magic because they it's the reason why all of the Lubellius people can use holy magic because they're worshiping, even though they're worshiping the demon lord Valentine, they can use holy magic, and it's because of that, and that's what she taught her. She taught him. No, food chain is like part of the strength thing. Like there's this whole there's so many more skills that make them insane. The skill set, if you look into it in Slime, that's where all the detail is being put into, like the skills and stuff. And then when you see all the skills that Rimuru has and the sub skills and the fact that he's able to use skills that his underlings have, dude, he is fucking broken AF. The only reason that Yuki stands a chance is because he has one specific skill. And I'm not going to talk about it because it hasn't been revealed in the anime yet, but it should be probably next season. And yes, Maribel was around the entire episode. We didn't miss her. I love seeing Veldora at his yakisoba stand, just pseudonym. Such a
pseudonym stand or something like that.
Yeah. And then getting I also love that Yuki, Hinata, and Rimuru are all sitting down at a table and chewing out Rimuru because like there was this major world-shattering scientific breakthrough and he didn't even bother to check with them first to see what they were going to talk about. He's like, what? I was busy. I was like, no excuse, my dude. You're a leader. You're supposed to handle these things. That's why they're mad, because you're not acting like a leader. You're not even acting like a supervisor at this point. My guy, you're just, I prefer everybody have their independence. Great, but check in on them. What were you doing? Oh, just having fun with your new dungeon. Which can't necessarily blame him on that. Anyway,
no, I can't.
So we end with the Coliseum, and next episode is going to be the Coliseum matches. So we will finally get to the action that so many Slime unaficionados claim they really like. So What was your favorite part about this episode? I
um,
know, right?
Easily when Rimuru was like, "Hey, merchant guy, you're coming out tonight with us for
Oh
the
yeah, forgot about that. The whole merchant. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That was a major subplot in this episode. I forgot to cover.
yes.
My bad.
Hey,
You talk
merchant
about
guy,
it.
you're coming out to us with the
Molly
to the
Mine.
yes, I can never pronounce his name right.
Molly. Just Molly.
Yeah, so Rimuru looks at Gideon and be like, "Hey, so you're coming out to the after dark festival with us, right? Look at Benny Maru, he's already dressed up." And then Shuna just appears in the background like, "You're not gonna take too much pleasure in this, are you?"
Shuna is the scariest motherfucker in this whole show.
In the entire world, yes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. All right. My favorite part, of course, was the orchestral Your Lion April performance. Because it's nice to see the girls in those elegant dresses all just like dolled up and everything. It was so nice. Also, Jesus Christ, you don't realize in the suit, like you get an idea that Shuna has big boobs, and then you see a side profile of her in that dress, and you're like, God damn, Shion.
Mhm.
Also, going on a little bit of a Shion tangent for this episode, she gained a brain cell. What the fuck? Yeah. During the conversation about the money with the merchants, which we'll come back to at some point. That's going to be something that does get covered in the next episode or two. But yeah, we're going to get back to that plot. It is important for this festival. And if you think it's not going to be resolved or at least brought to a conclusion, by the end of this anime, you're out your mind. She cooked and in a good way. Right? All right. So, yeah, those are my favorite parts. Let me know what your favorite part of this episode is down in the chat or the comments below. Thank you so much. Let's get our ratings. What do you rate this episode?
Another 9.
Really?
9. Yes,
I
I really enjoyed it.
There was a lot to love about this episode, but I don't think I loved it nearly as much as I loved other stuff. So I'm definitely giving this one like a solid 8.5.
Oh, I have to catch up on all these seasonal
Well,
anime that
I'd
I've
say
been
an 8.
watching,
I'd give it a
so.
I'd give it a definite season. I'd give it a definite this episode a solid 8. Definitely. There's a lot going on. This is a good episode, but I think the conclusion of some of the like subplots that are happening all over the place is going to be much more enjoyable for me. I can't wait to see certain things unfold. You know, there's plots within plots within plots within Slime. And yeah. Also, I love the little toy train they had going around. Already working on trains.
Yeah.
Trains. All right. So guys, yeah, if you thought the train production was going now, wait till all those vampire scientists start showing up and working with the engineers. Trains. All right.
And more than one way.
Yeah, right? All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, we now move on to our third and final episode that we are reviewing this week. We are going to talk about Tower of God. You want to cover this one, my guy?
Honestly, I don't remember much of it. It was just all one blur of an episode to me.
Yeah, kind of the same. I give this one a 7. I think my favorite part was the fight between the devil arm guy, and it was backstory for a character that I don't really care about.
Yeah,
We learned that Bob is alive. No, we don't learn that. Kun learns that, and then even better, all right, this is the most important part of the whole thing. Kun and his gang and Bomb and his gang are all on the same floor looking for the same person.
Yes. Which is just so happens to be being confronted soon by one of Bomb's people.
Yep. And
Viola's people, because we have to make that differentiation.
No, we don't.
Kun and his group are Bomb's people. Everybody else is Viola's people.
No, they're not. They're all Bomb's people.
I make that distinction for those who aren't caught up or that far ahead of the webtoon, so that way they know which group I'm talking about.
They're all Bomb's people. No, fuck them. Leave them confused.
Bomb's people are going against Bomb's people.
Exactly. They're all searching. Well, they're not going against. They're looking for the same person. Anyhow, Yeah, it was
I
really
give
really
this
cool.
episode a 6. To
Yeah,
be honest,
I give it about a 6 as well. It
it
wasn't that
was not
interesting.
very memorable. Like I watched it
Honestly, I think
5
this.
hours ago, and
To be
I
fair,
can't remember much of it.
I think this episode was better than last episode. So, like, at least the plot moved forward this episode.
Yeah, that's fair.
We got backstory about the devil arm guy, and that was kind of where we're at on this. Not a lot really happened, but plot did move forward.
Next episode, though, if they follow
Yeah,
the
if they
left lead,
follow
it's
where
gonna
they're
be
going, if they
great.
follow where the man was going, yeah, next episode's gonna be fucking amazing. I hope there's no recap bullshit going on for every anime because fuck that, I hate that. But yeah, that's where we're at. I don't.
Honestly, I can see that happening for Tower of God and
What is what is
Oshi
your
No Ko.
what is your least favorite moment of this episode, or
Oh,
was it so forgettable that you don't even have that?
yeah, it was. I
I could not tell you what my favorite part or my least favorite part is. I just can't.
I can tell you my favorite part.
Go for it.
No Rachel.
No. Oh, the cooking. Yeah, the burnt blackened onigiri. I'm like, how do you
Well,
fucking
with the molten core.
Yeah, what the fuck? How
How
is
do
that
you do
even
that?
possible? How? How do you first off, how do you fucking burn rice? World War II is over. Use technology. Put in rice cooker. Press button. Hiya. Anyway. So yeah, there you go. Yeah, that's it. That's it. We're gonna stop the spoiler talk now. We're gonna move back to the actual end of the show. Hello. Guys, thank you so much for coming and hanging out with us. Come hang out with us in a couple hours. We're gonna hopefully, if Moon is available, be doing solo leveling. If Moon is not available, we'll still be doing solo leveling. It's just I'll be doing Jimuso.
That or we could play games tonight instead.
No, we're gonna do the thing that I said we were gonna do. There. If you wanted to play games, you should have offered something up for Friday. I didn't do anything on Friday night.
I was putting out auditions on Friday.
Well, that's your fault, not mine.
Some of us have to try to make a living to get out of a job that we hate.
Well, then do that during the day. Nighttime is different.
During the day is either my main job or school.
Well, you did that to yourself, dude. I have no sympathy for you.
It's all so I can get a better, more well-paying job.
Or so they
keep
tell
telling
you.
yourself that, Fenris.
Yeah, I was going to say,
Telling
so the
yourself that.
system tells you. Bought into the system, didn't you? Huh? All right.
The only reason I'm going to this college is because they'll get me 14 certificates for like $1,000.
Okay.
When each certificate costs 600 by itself.
Okay.
So
anyway, guys,
and work pays for it. So
anyway, guys, that's it for us. Thank you so much for coming by Anime Church. If you want to come by and check out the manga reading for solo leveling, make sure to come over to our Twitch channel in just under 2 hours, about an hour and 45 minutes from now. Thank you guys so much. We'll see you next time. This has been Anime Church. I'm Richie Roberts, your Minister of Science and Technology.
And I'm Fenris Arun, your patron saint of snackos and alcohol.
And we will see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.